Hello, everyone. In the last episode, we have seen how to write an opinion question. And we have seen this part, that is one statement. If there is one statement in the question, and if I write completely agree, if my thesis is I tend to agree to the statement completely, then how will I write the body paragraph? This is what we have seen. So look at the question again. This is the question. Learning a second language is always better. Do you agree or disagree? This is the question. So for this question, we have framed an introduction here. It is generally believed that second language learning is a better choice for many in this modern era. Just for sample, it is not an upgraded sample. It is just for to make you understand. So this is a statement, a general statement. It is generally believed, yes. It's common that second language learning is a better choice for many in the modern era. But your thesis was, I tend to agree to this statement completely. For this statement, for this thesis, I have given this format. That is, in this paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and body paragraph 3. And then we have said the conclusion. So this was the format we have given. So let's see if I change the thesis, how would I perform? Now, first of all, in this paragraph, in this schedule, so this is the question. I have answered the question like this. I tend to agree to the statement completely without any argument. I agree. I have presented the opinion. The first sentence, I have presented the opinion. In the second sentence, I have given explanation for what I have said. In the third sentence, if you want to give a further explanation, you can give that. And then you can give one example or a similar example. So you can say that in this particular paragraph, I can write the word count, the sentence count. Ideal sentences, number of sentences are 3 to 5. Minimum 3. And if you're writing 3 sentences, that should be minimum 13 words in one sentence. So if you are writing 3 sentences here, presenting PRE format, presenting the opinion, one sentence, explaining that particular statement and examples. If you are writing 3 sentences, if I am giving minimum 12 to 13 sentences, words, you naturally will cover around 50 words. Minimum. So if I calculate, I should have the calculation too. I have written a 2 sentence. I have written a 2-sentence introduction here. This 2-sentence introduction just have around 26 words. And here I have written 12 words. And we are writing 3 sentences. 3 sentences. So we get only 36 or to maximum 40 words, an average. So you are writing 40 words in one paragraph. 40 into 3, it's 120. So actually 120 words in 120 words plus 26 plus around 20, you'll be writing only 150 words. So I think the calculation is wrong there, because you have written only 26 to 30 words in the introduction, and you are writing only 40 words in the body paragraph. I think that we should write around 80 words. So in order to get around 80 words here in this paragraph, I have to write a minimum 4 sentences. And each sentence should have an average 20 words, or else you have to go for the 5th sentence. So the ideal sentence count here is 4 to 5. So an average of 80 words will be there in the first paragraph. 80 plus 80 plus 80, it's 240. 240 words. 80 in the first paragraph, 80 in the second paragraph, 80 in the third paragraph. You will be getting 240 words. Around 30 words in the introduction, 270. Around 30 words in the conclusion, yes, 300 maximum. No risk at all. So this is an average calculation. This is not an exact calculation. If there are problems here, some students, instead of this 30 words or 26 words, they will be going out with 60 words in the introduction. Naturally, it is illogical and unacceptable, and examiners don't like it all. They will be making introduction bigger and bigger and bigger. They are ballooning the introduction. They're giving explanations in the introduction. They think introduction is something which is very valuable in the essay. Please understand, introduction is something which introduces the essay. The function of introduction is just introducing the essay, and we don't have any other function there. Yes, of course, it has to be formal. It has to be brief. It has to be concise. We have to use standard words, not bizarre words. Please don't give any explanation in the introduction. The purpose is just to highlight what you are going to write. 2 things are there in IELTS introduction. IELTS writing task 2 introduction. So there are 2 things. Which are they? What are the 2 sentences? Address the topic in a very different form when compared to the prompt. So what is prompt? The thing that is there in the question, the topic it is given in the question, that's called prompt. So it should be different from the prompt. It should be very different from the prompt. You just don't copy the question as it is. You address the topic in a very different prompt from this thing. So your question and the introduction, the first part of the introduction and the question, the first part of the question should not look exactly the same. It should be different. But it doesn't mean that you have to fill in the synonyms in the introduction. You can change the structure of this. And that's what I have done here. Learning a second language is always better. It is generally believed that second language learning is better choice for many in this modern era. A better is there. Here also there is better. Second language is here. Here also second language. Learning is there. Learning is here also. Still it looks different. We can do that. We didn't look synonyms for learning. We didn't look. So people will be looking synonyms for learning. Okay, they'll be telling, oh, studying. Okay, well, then they'll be writing studying a second language. Hey, there is a problem. You learn the skills and language. You study subjects. In English, we have a problem like that. Studying is not learning. Studying is something. See, if you are studying biology, geography, chemistry, physics, you can study, no issues. But acquiring a skill, acquiring a thing, this is acquiring language skills. So language skills is acquired. It's not studied. It's learned. Okay, it cannot be studied. So you cannot replace learning with study. There is a problem. Please don't do that. Second language. Oh, what I do with second language? I'll be looking for another word for second language. Okay, then they'll bring, oh, language other than the mother tongue. Yeah. So I find. Why you have to struggle? Then they will be thinking, okay, so I'll be going ahead with the word better. Okay, I have to find a word other than better. It's struggling a lot and wasting a lot of time. This is the problem with the candidates. Just rearrange those words and see. And if you have time at the end, you come back and see, edit it. Make yourself happy at the end. But in the beginning, when you frame the base of this particular introduction, you just carry on because you have a lot to do in the essay. You have a lot to do in the essay. You just don't stick on the introduction. Just don't stick on the introduction. Introduction, if you are spending around 5 or 7 minutes into introduction, that's utter waste. Because you have to think rationally when you are writing the content. You need to adjust the sentences rationally, organize it, cohesion and coherence, lexical resource, grammar, everything we have to see. See, we have to frame sentence by sentence. We need to connect them. We have more sentences there coming. But if you are sitting with the introduction, you are sitting with the introduction for 5 to 7 minutes, it is hopeless. You won't be getting enough time to complete your conclusion. That is the core part. The answer of the essay, conclusion, won't be addressed properly if you spend too much time on introduction. So please don't do this 60 words. Make it, if it is a discussion question, it may go up to 50 or 55. Okay, fine, that's okay. If you are writing 50 words in the introduction, naturally you have to write only 200 words in the body paragraphs and the conclusion together. So if I write 80 words there in the first paragraph, 80 words there in the second paragraph, I can write another 40 words in the conclusion, then it becomes 250 words. Ideal presentation. We have to have a mental calculation what you are going to write. How many sentences you have to write. In a sentence, how many words I'll be writing. This is all your writing skills. Please don't write whatever comes to your mind. It's irrational. If you are planning an introduction, okay, how many sentences I am going to write in this introduction? Which are those sentences? What are the words which I need there? How do I connect them? This is the time. This is for this purpose, we have got the time. Most people use this time to keep the pen on the paper and think. For this, we do have very less time. So we have to think first. We have to frame this thing. We have to frame the introduction in our mind. How many sentences, how many words? First paragraph, this is the format, PRE format. Okay, so I am going to write 4 sentences. These are the sentences. These are the points that I am going to write. This is the example I am going to write. Okay, in the next paragraph, I am going to write another 4 sentences. These are the example I am going to write. These are the explanation I am going to give. The third sentence, again, I'm planning all these things. Make a vague skeleton of the essay in your mind and then execute it at the end. So I request you to spend around 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes in making the outline, then it will be easy for you to frame the essay within the time frame. Okay. So we have the first part of the introduction is clear. Address the topic in a very different form when compared to the prompt. And the second thing we are going to write there in the introduction is what you are going to write in the essay. This is what a highlight. So I tend to agree to this statement completely. Yes, that is what you are going to write inside. Another thesis is like this. Okay, I agree to the statement and the reasons for the same are discussed in the following paragraph. Yes, that's the thing. Both views are significant and hence a detailed discussion is needed before framing a logical conclusion. Yes, that's what you are going to write. The problem for this particular issue and the solutions for the same are detailed in this essay. This is what you are going to write. So these are the 2 sentences, the core sentences, what you are going to write in the introduction. Okay. So we will be continuing this thing in the next session. And right now, I'm taking a small break. Let's continue in the next episode. Thank you.